Iraq Consulate transmits Jinnah's letter to Mufti. Royal Consulate General for Iraq. Bombay. Number 15C22. Date September 15, 1940. Top Secret. Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Topic: the Palestinian cause and donating to the afflicted. Referring to your correspondence numbered 127, 127, 528, dated March 18, 1940, come to our correspondence numbered 255, 29, dated April 3, 1940. Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah visited us on the day of 12 current and handed us the copies of the correspondences that have been exchanged between him and the Viceroy on the Palestinian issue, with a transfer paper for the amount of £500, drawn on the Iranian Shaheen Shahi Bank in Baghdad, and a demonstration of the order of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Iraq about the donations of Indian Muslims to the afflicted of Palestine, which he mentioned in the book of the Karachi Consulate. Numbered 288, 111, dated May 29, 1940, sent his copy to you, with a correspondence addressed to us indicating the purpose of donation. Please find herewith the copies of the correspondences referred to above. Signature: General Consul. Annexes: 1. Copy of a correspondence from Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah to the Iraqi General Consul in Bombay. 2. Copy of a correspondence of the Viceroy's book to Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. 3. Copy of the correspondence of Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah to the Viceroy. 4. A transfer in the amount of £500 for the order of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Iraq. 5. Copy of a correspondence from the Mufti of Palestine to Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Mufti's draft for a German pro-Arab declaration. September 28, 1941. 1. Approval of the establishment of an independent Arab state with full internal and external sovereignty consisting of a. The present Kingdom of Iraq. b. All Syrian countries containing Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, and Transjordan. c. The Arab Emirates under British influence. 2. The establishment of this state immediately after the signing of this treaty and the recognition of the Kalani Iraqi government as its representative, and the said government takes its position in a place of its choice. 3. The two teams are cooperating in liberating the parts of this whole country, and the second team is arming and financing the first team for this purpose. 4. The Arab state joins the Tripartite Pact and has delegates in the committees and research related to its interests, its country, and what confronts it. 5. The Arab state is represented in the Peace Conference and participates in its minutes and decisions. 6. Support the recognition of the independence the other Arab state and approval of its accession to the Arab state or the formation of an Arab Union. 7. Approval of the abolition of the Jewish national home in Palestine and the termination of all its effects and consequences. 8. The participation of Germany's allies in signing and supporting this treaty. 9. Germany and its allies pledge to assist the Arab state in obtaining financial compensation from Britain and France for the losses suffered in Iraq, Syria, and Palestine from those two states. 10. The second team undertakes to help the first team at his request by giving him what he needs of weapons, equipment, and others after the liberation of the country of the first team. 11. If the war ends before the removal of the enemy army from the countries of the Arab state, the second team must secure the independence of the state, as mentioned in the first article. September 28, 1941, 5 Ramadan 1360. 15 different drafts were submitted by the Mufti to the Germans and Italians in the hope of securing a declaration of Arab independence and a pan-Arabic federation with himself as the head. From Hitler, Ribbentrop, and Himmler he received many declarations of sympathy for the Arab cause, of which the following are examples. Proposed draft of an official declaration by Germany and Italy with respect to the Arab countries. Draft found among the official papers of the Mufti in Germany. Germany and Italy officially declare their policy to the Arab countries as follows, and undertake to orient their action to achieve this policy. 1. Germany and Italy recognize the complete independence of the Arab states, already independent, Iraq, Egypt, Sudan, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen. 2. Germany and Italy also recognize the independence of the Arab countries, now under the British Mandate, such as Palestine and Transjordan, or present colonies under British protection, such as Kuwait, Dubai, Oman, Hadramaut. 3. Germany and Italy declare they have no objection to action by Syria and Lebanon to obtain complete independence. 4. The Axis powers declare null and void the reservations by England with respect to the independence of Egypt and the Sudan. Italy reserves to herself the right to render secure her imperial communications through the Sudan by agreement with Egypt. 5. Germany and Italy will not interpose any juridical objections to the complete independence of the Arab countries, such as is interposed by the Mandate system, a hypercritical invention of the League of Nations, and of the democracies in order to camouflage their imperial ambitions. 6. Germany and Italy recognize the right of the Arab countries to establish their national unity through one or more federations in accordance with their own interests and wishes. The governments of the Axis will interpose no objections to the Arab countries in their efforts to carry out a program aimed at securing their national unity. 7. Germany and Italy recognize the illegality of the Jewish home in Palestine. They accord to Palestine and to other Arab countries the right to resolve the problem of the Jewish elements in Palestine and other Arab countries in accordance with the interests of the Arabs and by the same method that the question is now being settled in the Axis countries. Under this agreement, no Jewish immigration into the Arab countries should be permitted. 8. Germany and Italy demand nothing better than to see the whole Arab nation enjoying a great prosperity and assuming an historical and natural role in vital and legitimate frontiers. They hope for a new and better order in the world and for economic cooperation with the Axis parties on the basis of reciprocal interest. They ask of the Arab countries that in Palestine and elsewhere the status quo be respected of the Christian missions and churches, and to assure to them the free exercise of their religions, as well as the unhampered activity of their social welfare institutions, such as hospitals, orphanages, and refuges for the blind. Proposed draft declaration by Italy and Germany. Himmler to the Mufti. On November 2, 1943, Heinrich Himmler had delivered by messenger the following message of greeting to an anti-Balfour Declaration meeting. To the Grand Mufti, the National Socialist Movement of Greater Germany has, since its beginning, inscribed upon its flag the fight against world Jewry. It has, therefore, followed with particular sympathy the struggle of the freedom-loving Arabians, especially in Palestine, against the Jewish interlopers. It is in the recognition of this enemy and of the common struggle against him that lies the firm foundation of the natural alliance that exists between National Socialist Greater Germany and the freedom-loving Muslims of the whole world. In this spirit, I am sending you on the anniversary of the infamous Balfour Declaration my hearty greetings and wishes for the successful pursuit of your struggle until the certain final victory. Signed, Reichsfuhrer SS Heinrich Himmler. The Mufti proposes an Arab Legion to Himmler. Berlin, October 3, 1944. To the Reichsfuhrer and Reichsminister H. Himmler, headquarters of the Führer. Reichsfuhrer, I permit myself to call to your attention the renewal of the dangerous demands of the Jews, with the support of the Allies, for the establishment of a Jewish state in Palestine, as well as the approval given by the British government to the establishment of a Jewish military unit to fight against Germany with a view to thus winning title to such a state. According to the last speech of Churchill, in the House of Commons on September 28, 1944, the British government has declared itself ready to establish such a military unit and to provide for its training and arming. This declaration on the part of the British government has produced the worst possible reaction in all the Arab Islamic countries. I therefore propose that as a challenge to this act, there should be announced the establishment of an Arab Islamic army in Germany. This army should be established by Arab and Islamic volunteers and should be merged with the Arab Islamic units already in existence. The German government should declare its readiness to train and arm such an army. Thus it would level a severe blow against the British plan and increase the number of fighters for a greater Germany. I am convinced that the establishment of such an army and announcement of its purpose would have the most favorable repercussions in the Arab Islamic countries. I therefore beg you to consider the possibility of making such an announcement on November 2, 1944. It would thus appear on the anniversary of the infamous Balfour Declaration pledging the establishment of the so-called Jewish National Home in 1917, and on the anniversary of the Pledge of 1943 by the Foreign Minister of the Reich to destroy the so-called Jewish National Home. Accept, Reichsfuhrer, the expression of my highest esteem. Yours. The Mufti broadcasts in Germany. The Mufti and his Nazi aide-de-camp. The Mufti broadcasts from Berlin, November 3, 1943, in presence of high German officialdom. The Mufti at Frankfurt Institute. The Mufti on a visit to the International Institute for the Study of the Jewish Question at Frankfurt, April 21, 1943, greeted by Nazi officers and the director, identified in the Mufti's handwriting as Dr. Richthofer. Ribbentrop promises Mufti to destroy Jewish National Home. Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Berlin, April 28, 1942. Your Eminence, in response to your letter, and to the accompanying communication of His Excellency, Prime Minister Rashid Ali El-Gailani, and confirming the terms of our conversation, I have the honor to inform you, the German government appreciates fully the confidence of the Arab peoples in the Axis powers, in their aims, and in their determination to conduct the fight against the common enemy, until victory is achieved. The German government has the greatest understanding for the national aspirations of the Arab countries, as have been expressed by you both, and the greatest sympathy for the sufferings of your peoples under British oppression. I have therefore the honor to assure you, in complete agreement with the Italian government, that the independence and freedom of the suffering Arab countries, presently subjected to British oppression, is also one of the aims of the German government. Germany is consequently ready to give all her support to the oppressed Arab countries in their fight against British domination, for the fulfillment of their national aim to independence and sovereignty, and for the destruction of the Jewish national home in Palestine. As previously agreed, the content of this letter should be maintained absolutely secret until we decide otherwise. I beg your Eminence to be assured of my highest esteem and consideration. Signed, Ribbentrop, to His Eminence, the Grossmufti of Palestine, Amin el-Husseini. His Eminence requested the formation of an Arab military unit.